Alright, so this is my other maze. I know we weren't asked to make two different mazes, but I wanted to make one maze that was more along the lines of what we did in the simulation of the subway entrance model. And then I wanted to use some other techniques on the second maze that I felt were more akin to what we were doing in the Boyd's model in C++. So again, you'll see that I have included the hide and show pedestrian map, and I've varied the number of Whovians because in this one I've used the Tardis as a maze, and I thought, you know, it's just something really kind of cool to make it interesting. But I have the different states, and I imagine that maybe like the first state is the Doctor finding the Tardis. And then, you know, gathering companions, and then going through this maze, and then going on an adventure after exploring the TARDIS, because there's that moment on Doctor Who when all the companions go through and they're like, oh, it's so much bigger on the inside, so this is what I imagine kind of goes on. And what I've done here is you'll actually see once we go through the 3D view that this maze does not have any walls like the last one did. It actually has a different function called path, and not like this path that's in the pedestrian library. It is this pathway, and you can adjust the pathway using the draw feature like this, and then you can create, you know, multiple points, and then you can adjust it, you know, the thickness of it. And so I'm going to delete that. I deleted all of it. Alright. I just want that one. And so what I'm going to show you here, and the behaviors that we have that are similar, are the path following, which you'll see, but also the cohesion of the groups. They get together. I believe that some of the behaviors are built in, and one of the behaviors I noticed that also goes on is how they group. So I believe that there is an option for align. I don't think that there is one for separate. Actually there is, but it's not in here. It's a different button. It's actually the ped group disassemble, which I don't necessarily have that in here because it didn't make sense for the storyline that I was using, but it is an option in there. And the other thing too, the way that they group is it will show you, it's different kinds of grouping, I believe, transfer into the different kinds of Boyd. So the swarm is more like cohesion, and the chain is more like alignment. And I'm not sure if you can really see that within this particular maze, but one of the tutorials on grouping behaviors on any logic will show specifically how to do that, and what I can do is I can link that in the YouTube video comments below. So I'm going to actually start playing it now.